Hey you guys, AK-47 Master here. Welcome to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And on the last episode, we were breaking apart Mr. White's testimony, and we got him in the gutter pretty much. He's starting to doubt himself. He's starting to see the truth of the matter. Anyways, this is his next testimony. So, well, see, I looked the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her but dodged. She turned and ran for the door. Then you hit her with a single blow. Thwarp. Oh yeah? You're pretty much gonna have to press this guy because, there's no other way. That doesn't sound like the ravage attack from your earlier testimony. Oh, yes. Well, I am a man of peace, you see. Phoenix. He's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something. But it won't be easy. Like I said, you're gonna have to start pressing him now. Pretty much, he's not going to look the other way. He heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that, the glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yes, very odd. How would he know the glass light stand is there? Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White? Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yeah, yes. That changed your testimony to change your testimony to reflect that. So sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. The last light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Oh yeah? I beg to differ. Broken beyond recognition. Well, let's press him on this before we lose another exclamation point. I want to try to go for a perfect run here. Right, the glass light stand was lying on the floor. That's the first thing I've heard. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before? Why? Me? Well, I was instructed not to. Wait! One moment! Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. I am so confused. Why's falling apart? And this is obviously the work of Edgeworth, telling him not to say certain things. Your Honor, please, I actually do not allow the witness to be badgered any further. Remember, Mr. Wright? Please refrain from badgering the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth is on the ropes. Very well. The witness may continue his account. Okay, he's really flimsy right now. Alright, so now let's attack him with the floor plans. Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass light stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you will be able to see. Here, well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say to that? No, ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fay law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Mr. White? Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? You, Your Honor? I, Miss Mia. Heh. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Mr. Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? Oh, what? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. What? The wiretap? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White, the CEO of Blue Corp, he ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay and Company offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass light stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. The very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. Wow, this is freaking confusing. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. He went to place the wiretap. He could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretap. Leave it to me. I feel faint. So all that work for nothing. Alright, the wiretapping. This is gonna be good. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay and Company law offices. Of course, I had done so to place a wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident? And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over. By the sound. Pimpin'! Correct, that is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. Gah, what am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Yeah, I'm gonna need luck. Right, the wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh? Right. I had entered the Fay and Company law offices. Was it really you that went into the office, or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay and Company law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. If I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on the prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay and Company law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Why did you tap me as phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Alright. Well, the piece of evidence that we will actually need to present is... I'm a little lost. Alright, let's see. Alright, we don't need that. Shards of glass. Crap. Okay, at the beginning of the week, I had entered the Fay and Company law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Uh-oh, don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Tis tis. I'm afraid that is as far as you'll go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more? I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright? Are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here. I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia? I fainted? Where? Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Gah! And there I go again. Hey, Phoenix. Gah? That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Whoa. You're Mamiya? Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that it was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah. The one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix, Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look out the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item? Glass light stand? Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Alright. So we got the final blow for the whole case in our pocket. And we will use it on the next episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.